Imagine for a moment you're standing in front of a vast ocean. The waves are calm and rhythmic, much like the flow of your thoughts, easy, steady and natural. As you stand there, you notice the tide slowly coming in. Just as your thoughts begin to expand, open up and start to integrate. It's easy, isn't it? To let yourself relax into this moment, to let the rhythm of the ocean align to the rhythm of your thoughts, guiding you effortlessly into a space where everything just makes sense. Now you may begin to realize that this ocean, these waves, they're a perfect analogy for the natural flow of beliefs, patterns and behaviours that you're now easily absorbing into your unconscious mind. In fact, just like the water touches the shore, each idea, belief and thought is touching your consciousness in a way that feels natural, right, and exactly the way it should. And as you listen to these words, something inside you is beginning to shift. You may not even notice it at first, but it's happening. Each idea, each new belief is beginning to settle into your subconscious mind. Perhaps you can feel how easy it is for you to simply let these thoughts, these beliefs, become your new foundation. You might wonder, just for a moment, how it feels to know that this is happening without effort. Rather, with complete ease. You've always known that failure doesn't have to be something to fear. In fact, failure is nothing more than feedback. And with each step you take, no matter where it leads, you can embrace it with open arms, knowing that it's part of the process. And isn't that true? Every experience is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become even more skilled and more adept. Just like the ocean waves, you too can rise, fall, and always rise again, each time with more power and more wisdom. You might notice each time you think about failure, it feels lighter, more empowering. You see, failure, it isn't an end. It's just the beginning of something new, something fresh. And deep down, you already know this to be true. You already feel the freedom that comes with this truth. It's a freedom that's yours naturally. As you embrace this truth, you can also notice your confidence begins to grow, like the sun rising higher, casting light on everything it touches. What does confidence feel like? Perhaps it's a quiet knowing. Maybe it's a boldness that feels expansive, as though you're exactly where you need to be. Your confidence, like the rising sun, naturally fills every part of you with a warmth that others can feel. They can't help but be drawn to that. Just like you're drawn to the sun's warmth, people are drawn to your authenticity, your true self. Because you already know, don't you? Authenticity, realness. That's true connection with yourself and others. It attracts everything you need, it's magnetic and deep inside. You can feel that as you grow more authentic, more true to who you are. Everything you need comes to you. Opportunities, ideas, people, all of it, as if by magic. Now imagine your creativity, your mind open and free, just like the horizon in front of you. You can feel how creativity flows effortlessly, without restriction. Ideas come and go, naturally, as your mind finds endless solutions, endless pathways to the experiences you desire. Just like a stream of water finding its way through the landscape, your creativity flows to every part of your being, always seeking new ways to express yourself. As you explore your creativity, you begin to notice your curiosity deepens, expanding further with every question you ask. You're curious about the world around you, and how people think, how they move, how they feel. And with this curiosity comes a knowing that the more you observe, the more you understand. The more you understand, the more you can connect. You see, this curiosity of yours is a key to deeper understanding, a key that unlocks new perspectives, new ways to be with others. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't it powerful to know the more curious you are, the more connections you make, the more you see and understand the world, and more success comes to you naturally. Your ability adapts to change and flow with the world around you. It only strengthens. It's as though you can blend with the wind, adjusting effortlessly to whatever comes your way, knowing that every shift, every change only leads you closer to your success. Change is no longer something to resist. It's something to embrace. Every day, you may notice how easily you adapt, how easily you find new ways to approach life, to approach challenges, to approach the people around you. And because you understand this now, you can feel how your adaptability becomes your greatest asset. It's effortless, it's fun, and it feels like second nature. Now let's take a moment to think about practice. You already know that success comes from repetition, from refining, from trying and failing and trying again. Each moment of practice, every time you hone your skills, you get closer to mastery. It's not about perfection, no. It's about progress. Progress becomes effortless as you step into the flow of improvement. As you begin to truly embrace this process, you see how every effort, every action builds on the last. You can almost hear the sound of your own laughter, the joy of knowing that each attempt, each practice moves you closer to your goals, closer to becoming the person that you're meant to be. You may even notice that feedback from others, becomes part of your growth, part of your expansion. Every piece of feedback you receive, whether positive or not, adds depth to your understanding. It's simply another piece of the puzzle, another opportunity to refine your craft, to become even more of who you're meant to be. As you reflect on these experiences, you notice how each one becomes a building block in your path towards mastery, towards your ultimate success. This is how growth works. It's step by step, piece by piece. And you know your success is inevitable because you're embracing the process. Now imagine every single step you take, every time you face a challenge, you shift your perspective and see that challenge is an opportunity. Every struggle is just a stepping stone. Every hardship is simply the world telling you that you're stronger than you think. And with each challenge, you grow, you rise, you become more of who you're meant to be. Can you feel it? The excitement of knowing that growth is inevitable. That every step, every turn, you're becoming exactly who you want to be. And what if, just what if, you knew that your potential is limitless? That each action you take, no matter how small, builds towards the greatest version of yourself. Because you see, that's the truth. Your potential is boundless. It's already unfolding before you. And just like that ocean before you, everything flows together perfectly. Each wave of belief, each tide of action, bring you closer to your destiny. It's all happening right now, effortlessly. As you stand there, feeling the ocean of possibility all around you, you realize this is just the beginning. The beginning of a new, limitless path. A path filled with opportunity, growth and success. Because you've already begun.